Ukraine's Operation Spiderweb sums up how war has changed. They used 117 drones worth as little as $300 apiece to destroy approximately a third, or about $7 billion worth of Russia's cruise missile carriers. Well aware of this evolution, the Army is launching a transformation initiative to stay ahead. In a letter to its leaders, the Army's secretary and its top general wrote, "Battlefields across the world are changing at a rapid pace. Autonomous systems are becoming more lethal and less expensive. Sensors and decoys are everywhere. Dual-use technologies are continuously evolving and outpacing our processes to defeat them. To maintain our edge on the battlefield, our Army will transform to a leaner, more lethal force by adapting how we fight, train, organize, and buy equipment." On its face, that statement is simple and logical. The Army has to keep up with the times. But when you factor in what that means for personnel and equipment, it's a lot more complicated. In an effort to eliminate waste and obsolete programs, Army leaders announced they'll cancel orders for the Apache helicopter, Humvees, and the Gray Eagle drone. The Army heads wrote, "We will also continue to cancel programs that deliver dated, late-to-need, overpriced, or difficult-to-maintain capabilities. Yesterday's weapons will not win tomorrow's wars." That means the factories that build these weapons could be shut down, and the battalions that operate them could be gone too. That could have a big impact on a local county's economy. 20 representatives wrote a letter stating they want the Humvee to receive greater investment. The letter was led by Congressman Rudy Yakim, who represents Mishawaka, Indiana, where Humvees are built. Quote, "The Department of Defense relies on the U.S. light tactical vehicle manufacturer AM General, which employs more than 1,100 people at major facilities in Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. Additionally, AM General has a strong supplier base that stretches across 43 states." How difficult is it, if they get rid of the Gray Eagle or the Humvee or something else, to build something else in that district? Is that a reasonable possibility?
Sometimes it is, because you got the manufacturing plants there and facilities. But in the end, you got to have an eye on your district. I get that. But ultimately, it's what's right for our country. That should be the guiding light.
As for personnel, the 1st Battalion, 158th Aviation Regiment, based in Conroe, Texas, is being decommissioned. Representative Morgan Luttrell's reaction shows how difficult it is to lose a staple of a county or district that's been there for years.
And you've come into my house, where I was born and raised in this county, and you're taking something away from me, and I want to know why. I'm curious why you wouldn't try to modernize that unit instead of decommissioning it.
And I think when you're over-structured on a specific asset and you're under-investing in others, you have to make decisions on that. What we have committed ourselves to is that we're not going to keep equipment that we don't need, systems that we don't need.
The Army wants to make many of these transformational changes soon. Pentagon leaders want to increase 3D printing and other manufacturing capabilities by next year, field long-range missiles capable of striking moving land and maritime targets by 2027, and achieve what's called air littoral dominance by 2027. In other words, dominate the air just above the ground where drones fly. I'm Ray Bogan for Straight Arrow News. For more reporting, download the SAN app.